it is wired for sound. Good afternoon to everyone. I know that from 1 p.m. on, people tend to get a little soporific. I'm very glad to welcome you here. We're on home turf here with this topic, and each and every one of us who are here and who are going to be presenting could talk 2 hours about this. So we've got a sustainability forum on now. Yesterday we had one about carbon neutral production. This is the core of the topic of EMO. Just now we had a forum on e-mobility, and now not at the end of the value-added chain, but rather at the beginning, are the circular business model. And we are the organizer. Then we've got the German Machine Tool Manufacturers Association supporting this, and they have been working for 30 or 40 years now, almost always upgraded in their work. INZIN Institute is co-organizing, and the Competence Network Environmental Management, an initiative by the federal state government, where circular economy are also one business area. So we're doing this together with Prognos and VDI. So what are you going to hear and see? Just 2 sentences on yours truly, although you probably know me. I can tell you that all the chairs that I was at, Munich, Clausthal, and Dortmund, always worked on resources, raw materials in the name. So I've been working on this subject forever, basically, and I'm responsible for the Resources Commission at the Federal Environmental Agency. And the last piece of information, this important magazine, the most important magazine here, Nachhaltige Industrie. I'm the editor of this magazine. About 50 meters in that direction, you can get a trial subscription. Ms. Sisma will accept your queries if you're interested in, so you can't get any closer to the Springer editing house than that. So what are we going to do in the next 2 hours? Introduction. First thing, I'll keep it as short as possible because we're already behind time. Just 2 sentences, really. We're all talking about the transformation of the industrial society to a sustainable industrial society. But in public, this transformation is still perceived as an energy turnaround. And we from the circular economy say, well, the future sustainable industrial community needs an energy turnaround and a raw material turnaround, a resources turnaround, and wind power, wind turbine generators, electrolysis, and so on and so forth. They require lots of raw materials, all the controls and the electronics behind it. So energy turnaround and raw material turnaround need to be coupled. And I'm sure that many speakers will mention this. And just one figure, we all believe that we are the world champions when it comes to recycling. But if you took all products sold in Germany, no matter whether this is a building construction material or a smartphone, only 14% of raw materials come from secondary, from recycling sources, or to turn around, more than 80% are new primary resources. So that's the start for our approach, the starting point. And we're looking forward to our next presenters. We'll start with Peter Jans. We'll start with the keynote speech. Mr. Loschwitz, but I will introduce the speakers. He will talk about the National Circular Economy Strategy, which can be the framework for many years and decades to come. I'm a bit cautious because there are some things we'll have to work on. And then we have specific subjects, such as circular economy not happening by itself in companies. It needs support. This is done, for instance, by the Efficiency Agency. Then next presentation, potentials for resources efficiency and information offerings, VDI for resources efficiency. Chips in here from Berlin. Then if we start at the beginning of the value-added chain, it starts with design for recycling. The Wuppertal Institute and Markus Kühlert will tell us something about it. And then Klaus Hieronymi, a long-standing friend, will talk about further utilization and recycling. And I will introduce the speakers in more detail later on.